3 months ago, me and my friend that's also an architect and a graphic designer, Kelvin Magno, we have worked with the logos and the icons of the Creative Skool. As you've seen, I have been rebranding it for a lot of times and I wanted to be worked on with another designer. I want to share my ideas to iterate it with someone that's also a designer. Pero habang nagkatrabaho kami, I have realized something. A question popped into my head. Have you ever wondered how logos like McDo, Adidas, or even Nike become so iconic? How do these logos start forming itself and being finalized at what we see right now? It's definitely going to be a symbol of your brand. So how do we start with this? A symbol of your brand. So we start sketching. So nung nag-engage kami ni Kelvin, what I immediately asked for is his portfolios, his final outputs. And just like any other logos, like the swish icon of Nike, sometimes we just simply wonder, is it just as simple as just one simple check mark? Pero di nyo ba alam na ang gumawa ng Nike or the main designer of the Nike logo or the Swish logo is just a student and she has been paid for only $35.
Carolyn, thank you. It's good to see you again. Who, as everyone here knows, invented the Nike swoosh and got paid the outrageous sum of $35 for it.
We paid her $2 an hour, and I never thought she'd spend 17 and a half hours on the project.
For the main creation of the logo, definitely there have been more benefits afterwards. The Nike logo have been finalized, but then I just want to really tackle the sketching process of the final outputs because some people try to, or probably us designers, we try to neglect the sketching process because there's a lot of digital tools, AI tools nowadays that's being easily rendered into a final product. But what we try to neglect is that the sketching process is where the ideas come from, the iterations. That's going to be the main point of your final product. And so here's how Kelvin approached his sketching process into finalizing the Creative Skool.
Hi, I'm Kelvin and I'm the designer behind the Creative Skool logo. So I'll show you the process behind the logo where Pim and I collaborated. And just a brief background about me, I'm an architect and graphic designer. And I started doing logos since 2016 or 2017. So for this logo, we had a 4-part process. The first one would be the conceptual design, where we have the client brief, requirements and goals, and also where we start to set the design direction. And the second one would be the schematic design. This is where I usually show different schemes to the client, and then the chosen scheme will be brought to the next stage, which is the design development. And after developing the design further, we go to the final design where we set the colors and different variations, and also show some a bit of the mock-ups where the logo is shown in use. So yeah, let's start with the first one, which is the conceptual design. So I'm gonna show you right here my working boards, and for the first one, the conceptual design, we start with the reference images. Of course, this is very important in every design process. So we are able to quickly narrow down how the client visualize his or her plan, and I believe that Vim already has the specific character to it, where it's a bit playful, colorful, and also the most important one is having that sketch quality into it. So after that, I go into sketching. First, this is a very quick way to create different variations, edit your sketches, without the need of any computer program. And yeah, you will be able to do a lot of variations in a single sitting. And these are the sketches for each of the icons that we talked about, Prim and I talked about, and then I converted them into a vector shape. Then right here, I proposed three different variations for the icons where we have the outlines. Then the second one is field shapes, and then the third one is more like a combination of the two. After that, I presented different schemes for each of the icons. So we have eight proposal for each. So you can already see here the advantage of sketching because it will be quick and easy to create a lot of variations for the client to choose. And then we have here the click corner and tool time. Click corner is more showing combination of arrows and then those corners highlighting and emphasizing that inside the square. And then for the tool time, it's combination of a watch or a gear. And then for the render though, here are the options, like an image or something that hints to that render word. And then for the school talks, of course, we have microphones or chat bubbles or prim talks. Of course, it would be a signature icon where we have like a silhouette of a boy or a male a figure or a bubble head. And then the side shelf, very straightforward. And then we have the handpicked combined options to show how they look like when it's already beside each other. So yeah, that's the conceptual design. And once Prim approve some of the icons, we bring them to the schematic design.
So there you have it. Going back to the question, how do iconic symbols come to life? Definitely, they start very simple, they start rough, and they start with a sketch. A sketch that probably can be done in a paper, a pencil, kahit sa parang tissue paper nga lang eh. No, I believe there's a lot of companies that started out having ideas and a piece of a tissue paper, having the meetings, kumbaga rekta na kung saan sila nandoon. Tapos, ito yung idea ko. So, nilagay lang nila sa piece of paper and then it became the face of their brands. Also, despite AI and other digital tools which I myself are also using, sketching still remains very unique. Sketching is the main foundation of your ideas, and so I believe you should not neglect it. Try to apply it in your own creativity, into your own creative process, and I believe you're going to be more unique with your ideas, or probably not just unique, but more logical, more creative with your final output, and it's gonna help you as a designer. And so this is just the beginning. Stay tuned for videos like this, as this is going to be the first video of our logo series, the logos and icons of the Creative Skool. So if you're interested, click the subscribe button and see more videos like this. Again, focus on what matters, and I will be seeing you at the next one. Peace.